outside my house standpoint. Like I had to go to Uncle Mike to get the classes. And how do I bring this back home and make this come to life from a Christian's perspective? And that's how I really started.
In the aspect, because that's how I learned my books of the Bible off Bible Break. That's how I learned them 66 books set up. But in the aspect, even in that element, just thinking about One Way, thinking about 2EDGE's, thinking about just you as an artist, as a disciple, really, you were kind of bringing God to the streets, even though the streets was kind of grooming you for what you wanted to do for God. So that's big.
Before I even linked up with One Way, one of my big things was, and so late 80s, early 90s, remember everybody used to put all the instrumentals on their vinyls, and then when they start putting them on the cassettes, I remember one of my hardest beats that I used to rock to was PoisonClan's according to the PoisonClan, you can never that one. But nobody, according to 2EDGE's, at that time, nobody knew that was a secular song because I rocked that one like it was my song. And so what I learned from that was, okay, I need to start, if I'm going to do that, use beats that people don't know.
Gotcha.
Because I can't pull up using Biggie One More Chance.
Right.
Because now they're not going to be saying my lyrics when I'm performing. They're going to be saying Biggie stuff, and I'm like, okay, so working with Prob and then bringing Morph into the game, we really start digging for stuff that people never heard. And that's how we grew into being able to use a lot of vinyl. Like we would do a whole show, a whole set, and like, man, those was your tracks? No.
Wow.
But I'm not telling you who they are, because now you're going to try to use our stuff. But it was a science, because we really had to go and start digging for stuff that people didn't know and didn't use.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, and whenever we rocked with a DJ, we would go digging like for stuff that, if you were to see my CD collection right now, me and my wife probably got like easily 5,000 CDs. Now, I went through the period of, should I throw this away or should I not throw this away? I've thrown stuff away and then went digging in the trash and pulling them right back out. I've done that. And so after a while, it's like, I have these for a reason. And then I would get inspired from, a David Bowie song. Or I would get inspired from some line from, and that's what created what we were doing. And so we didn't have to give away that kind of secret.
Right.
And so, that once we got DJ Morph, it opened up a whole different thing.
Where's DJ Morph from?
So DJ Morph is actually, when we met him,
shout out to DJ Morph, shout out to Proverb, shout out to Two.
He probably gonna hate me for this.
Sweet P, you know what I mean?
DJ Morph didn't like us.
Yeah.
He didn't like us
Why
at
not?
all.
Why not?
He said we were whack.
Wow.
He said we were weak because he was an East Coast head.
Yes.
And in the beginning days, remember, we were doing It's All Right to Get Hype. We were doing Smile for a while. We were doing, that wasn't DJ Morph Steve's.
Gotcha.
DJ Morph was a Tribe Called Quest, De La Soul, that type person. So when he met us, he had just got saved. We were doing a show in Wellington, and one of our friends, I believe it was with a guy we like to call Gep Papa, his name was Chris Gepner. He came to the show. I could see the Spanish dude standing in the back, all posted up on the wall, and he wasn't feeling us at all. And so when we found out he was a DJ, we were hyped, but he wasn't. It was like, no. And so we started going to his house to rehearse. That's when we found out that he was a DJ. And so we're trying to like, hey, you want? Like, nah, that's all right. And so we started doing Bible study at his house. And within that, he'll tell you today that process discipled him.
Gotcha.
And then
Wow.
once we start seeing all the crates around the room, that's when we start developing that relationship to where, okay, we don't have to do It's All Right to Get Hype on that upbeat joint.
Right.
He was bringing in some other beats and was like, man, this sounds
This is
dope.
what we all looking for.
And so he helped change our whole sound to make it more of an East Coast driven sound. So we moved away from that Miami, Florida sound, even though we were trying to keep it alive, but he helped us like really switch that up. God used him in a major way to help us refocus that flow. That was around, what, 95, 96.
Okay.
So, yeah, that was right before Soul Turn.
I could imagine because you were